guys. It's Mistress Thandi, and she's popped up here by Twin Dams. She went across Gowrie, Maine, towards Chitwa Dam, and then through Little Gowrie, and then to Baboon Pan, and then up to us at Twin Dams. Now, where she's moving is going to be tricky for me to follow her through there. I want to quickly get up and around so we don't lose her. She's lactating quite heavily, so I do think that she's hunting a little bit, but sorry for the back of my head, everybody. But I also think that she might take us to where the cub is. This is going to be very bumpy, very tricky. Stand by one. There we go. Thank you for holding on, everybody. Now, there's a funny little spot that she can go through here, and I don't want to lose her too much, so I'm going to do a little bit of interesting driving, which means that Dobby's going to have to swivel around quite a bit. All right, everyone, here we go. I know how much you all love going through the bush. Let's go this way. Okay, so if you all can help keep your eyes open for me, and your eyes are obviously through Dobby's lens. So let's see if we can get her back again. She should be coming out just around here. So again, excuse the back of my head, but I don't want to miss her. And I also don't want to poke myself in the eye with a tree branch. Now, if I had to pick, I would actually have gone back in there, but it's a little bit too thick. So I'm having Dobby's doing an amazing job. He's sort of half standing, half crouching, checking everything. I'm trying not to push him off the back. I hear that you guys are all super excited. I'm also super excited. And I can hear some squirrels going. Now, the other difficult thing that Dobby and I are having to do right now with all of you as our extra eyes is drive into the sun, which makes lots of squinting happen, forms wrinkles, but I will take wrinkles on my face any day when they are a product of a beautiful cat like Thandi. Okay. So she should be just here. There she is. I've got her. She's right there. There she is. We've got her. All right, I'm just going to come back. So we were right with our direction. We were right with our assumptions. And now we'll be traveling with her, not into the sun, thank goodness. So sorry, little tree. See, they bounce back up. We're not too bad. And we're going to come around. She's going to be over on this side now, on our right-hand side, our 3 o'clock. Remember, the front of the car is always 12. Yukon, you'd like to know if female leopard territories overlap. There she is. She's just poking her little head. There, she's just changed direction slightly. I'm going to just come back a little bit and back a little bit more. She's changing direction again. Yukon, they do sometimes, in this particular scenario between Thandi and Shadow, because Karula passed away, they definitely do. And here she comes, everybody. She's going to come nicely past these bushes and out into the open. I'm going to duck my head down. But unrelated females will not have overlapping territories. And honestly, I don't think Thandi and Shadow are happy to have any overlap in their territory at the moment. I think they both have youngsters, and I think it's a concern. There's our little Shadow first. Not Shadow the leopard, the Shadow of Thandi. There she comes. Hello, my girl. There you go, everybody. Oh, thank you, madam. And the tree squirrels going in the background, the only tree squirrels I've trusted all day long. Now, Madam Thandi, if you wouldn't mind taking us to your cute little cub, who I have not seen in a very long time. And for us right now, that's probably a week. And for any of our new viewers who maybe haven't seen her, what an amazing experience that will be. So we're going to stick with her as best we can. Excuse me, and I'm going to send you back to Herbie, who has elephants on foot. And hopefully a view of her face. She's hunting. She's looking for stuff. Mice. Squirrels. Birds. Maybe trying to flush a diker or a steenbok. Davy, is that okay for you? I don't know if she's going to walk behind me from here or walk around the other side. So we'll just sit and wait. Oh, Melinda, good question. Melinda, you're asking how many babies Thandi's had in total. Melinda, I don't know the complete answer to that question. I do know Kachava and Tamba are some of her young. And then obviously we've got the little one now. But previous litters from that, I do know that she hasn't been as successful as her mom, Karula. But I don't know how many more successful ones. James Richard, I believe you also told me there was 2 others. A male that went into the Manuletti or Kruger, and then a female that was killed by Tingana. So that would be 4 that I know of, plus the 5th would be now. He sent me a message the other day. But if there's anyone watching who knows that answer, if you guys wouldn't mind putting up those wonderful answers that you give, those little gifts as well. I know many of you have photos of past litters. She's going to come just behind. Let's just move a little bit here so that you can see her a little bit better. There we go. Hello, my girl. There's nice space for you there in front. There we are. And there she goes. Now, we've got an interesting scenario where she's moving to. If she keeps going the way that she's going, there's this really hectic drainage line. So Scott and I were just chatting, and what we're going to do is we're going to stay. We're not going to be able to get through. Scott's going to wait on the other side of the drainage line in case she crosses so that we don't lose visual of her. And we will see what happens from there. So Scott's on the other side. Let's head on over to him and see what's potting over there.
Well, not too much is potting here just yet, but we did know that this area that Thandi was moving through is a very tricky area for Noel to follow her with ease, especially in and around this riverbed. I'm just trying to listen to pinpoint exactly where Noel is. It seems like she's a little bit further behind us at the moment. So let's see if we can't just sneak a little bit further forward here.
She is a lovely mother, and she is searching from little broken down tree to little broken down tree in search of something to eat, I truly believe. If she was looking for the cub, she would be making more noises. Now she's starting to head to the drainage line that we were talking about. So hopefully Scott will be able to pick her up soon, because where she's moving, I can't necessarily go to. I just need to turn around. Sorry, everybody. We stuck ourselves in an interesting little spot. Now, she's moved in just a little bit. So I'm wondering if Scott is able to see her on his camera yet, because where we're having to drive is a little bit hectic. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on her from here, and then hopefully soon, sorry everyone, just ducking for some branches. Okay, let's go over to Scott. I believe Scott's got that view from his side. Fantastic.
Well, no view just yet, but we can see Noel, and she's looking just off to her right-hand side, so I'm guessing Thandi is going to pop up somewhere between us, and it's just useful that we hang around you. We're kind of just like a backup plan, essentially, in case Thandi does cross onto the side of a small riverbed, which is quite tricky to cross in a vehicle. Not for Thandi, of course. She can go where she likes with ease. So we're just going to hang around here, and I think it's definitely worthwhile, because it would be terrible to lose Thandi, as she, in all likelihood, is heading slowly back towards her little cub. It'll be very useful for us to know where that cub has been stashed. It seems like it's a very new spot, possibly one that she hasn't used before. Having said that, though, it may actually not really prove too much use to us, because the cub is coming to an age that it's not going to be stuck in one spot for as long as it has been up till now. It's going to be start moving around a lot more from place to place, with kind of less need to be in a set kind of den area, although kind of Thandi has been doing that for a while now. Where is she? Sounds like she's definitely trying to get a snack on her way back to the den. an unsuccessful day out hunting, and who knows how long she has been out hunting for. We had her tracks that looked very fresh this morning, but how fresh exactly it's hard to tell. So she may have had a long, hard day trying to find both her and her cub another meal. Oh, good. Well, Noelle's making gestures towards me as if she can see Thandi. So that's good news. We definitely won't be able to see it from here, but I'm guessing it's going to pop out just in front of her at any moment if it continues to move. But at least she has had one or two glimpses of it. It looks like she's just trying to reposition the vehicle. And she's pointing at me on the radio, reversing, so she's definitely capable of multitasking. I've just got a glimpse of Thandi. I mean, it's so thick, but she is going to pop out, Seb, in that little sandy patch right there. So if you just, if you just keep filming there, she will pop out there in a second or two. And there it is. And we're going to send you back to Noelle, who must be in a great spot.
Okay, hi everyone. So she's zigging and zagging, so it's actually really great where Scott is and where I am, because right now we've got a really good view of her. And then shortly, if she goes across, Scott just needs to move to his left-hand side about 80 meters, and she's going to pop up that side. So we're going to try and keep her on camera from, oh, sorry for my hat, for now. But Scotty D, if you move around just a little bit, you're going to grab her, and we will transfer over custody of our beautiful Thandi, who is hunting. So hopefully all of you viewers will get an amazing sighting, whether you're with me or with Scott. Michelle, good question. You want to know, how does she hide? Also inside of dead logs. And then Thandi's also choosing places where she's either denned before or where she herself could have possibly had experiences with youngsters from either herself or from Karula. She is choosing, sorry about my arm there, she is choosing to be in those areas, and that's where she knows where they are. Sorry guys, I just want to chat with Scott quickly. Scott, Noelle, Scott. Scott, if you come back to where you saw me, if she crosses, I can't follow her here if you want to try that spot. All right, Scott's just going to position and see if he can get ahead of her a little bit so that we don't lose her. So Scott spent so much time this morning looking for her on foot, and she keeps moving the cub farther and farther afield to places that we don't know as well, but that she knows very well. So it's very important for us this afternoon to try and stick with her as long as we possibly can so that we can figure out where that is, so that tomorrow morning we can do the same thing and again and again and again, because she's starting to go away from her the core territory that she's been in for the past sort of 3 months and verging on a little bit of the outside area. Now, also where Scott is headed to now, if she has seen something in these bushes here, which it entirely looks like she has, and she's not fully stalking, he's hopefully going to be able to pick her up. This is a very, very thick area. It's a very tricky area. And if she flushes something from the inside here and she flushes it north and east, we're not going to be able to follow her through. But hopefully that means that Scott will grab it from the other side. Yeah, I'm just going to move just a little bit. All right, let's go to Herbie so long while we figure out what's happening here. And when you get back, you most likely will be with Scott from where I can see where she's moving.
We've got lucky. We have managed to relocate on Thandi, and she has crossed over onto the side of this little riverbed that we were waiting on. She just heard something rustling in the bushes and then kind of ran after it. We're not too sure what it was. It could have been a scrub hare or something like that. And let me just reposition quickly again. Excuse the drone blocking your view, but fear not, we should be able to get into some great spots here. I'm thinking of even maybe trying to turn the vehicle around completely so that we're ready to kind of reverse up this road that she could well head along. Turn around here quickly. Afternoon orbs. Thandi is on Mamba Loop, heading east and north. Have I put you in a terrible spot here again? I think I have. Mamba Loop, the new road off Mamba. Yeah, make your way, Orbs. Sorry, everyone, just trying to get Aubrey, who's heading out on a late evening drive. Obviously, his guests are a little bit delayed. I wanted to give him this information as soon as possible so that he can try and race to this beautiful scene. Now, I'm hoping that she's going to kind of keep tending to the north away from this drainage, but there's something in there that's caught her attention, and I'm not entirely sure what it was. Maybe it's the same animal that was rustling in a small bush that ran off that initially caught her attention. Good. Okay, good stuff. Well, while we get you guys into another good spot to enjoy some more views of Thandi, hopefully, we are going to send you back up to the Masai Mara where the... No, that can't be possible. What did I just hear?
No,
about sunset. Okay, no, well, with the sunset. Okay, yes, we are still with Thandi, and we're just going to wait here as she makes her way towards us. As Herbie says, the light is beginning to dim and fade, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, cool evening now. I'm sure Thandi's relieved after what seems like she's had a hot and unsuccessful day out hunting. She went through a stage where she was really doing incredibly well, making kill after kill after kill, with great succession, but even the most skilled of hunters require a little bit of luck from time to time. Now I'm hoping that in the next few minutes she will lead us to her little cub. She's getting very close to where we last had tracks of the two of them this morning. So I'm guessing it's not too far from here that the cub's sitting and patiently waiting its mother's return. What's she sniffing there? I can't see, the bush is too thick. At one stage I thought maybe she was licking the cub, but not so lucky. Let me creep forward a little bit. Okay, very good. I'm actually going to do quite a big loop ahead. She's heading straight to the road ahead of us, and I'm sure she's going to get onto it. Great ease of her walking straight towards us. Alrighty. Hello, Melinda. You would like to know how much food can a leopard carry? Well, for a female leopard like this, I guess, how far would be my question to your question, Melinda? How far are you expecting the leopard to carry this food? If it's just up a tree, they can carry double their body weight. If it's over a long distance, then they can carry usually smaller kills. I mean, they usually don't have the necessity to move kills from place to place unless, like this lady's been displaying, she did take 1 or 2 kills back to her den site where her cub was, which is kind of not normal behavior. I'm panicking now because I can't see her. Is she coming?
Yeah, she's at 1 o'clock.
Okay, cool. She will slowly be making her way towards us. Here she comes, and we're going to get some great views as she does that. And I'm hoping it's not going to be long after this that she does in fact find her little cublets. Debbie, you'd like to know if there's a best time of day for leopards to go hunting? Well, I guess under the cover of darkness probably increases their chances of catching their prey. But, you know, rainy weather makes for great hunting conditions because it's difficult for their prey to hear their approach and also see their approach because of the haze of all the rain. You know, you'll tend to find that they are most active in the early morning and late evening when it's cooler, but I don't think there's necessarily a best time. As I said earlier, a lot of their hunting success relies on a little bit of luck as to when there's an easy meal around. Wonderful stuff. Okay, well, we're going to have to reposition, and while we do that, we are going to send you to Herb, who's got comfortable on a log. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get the best views. It's very thick here, and I know for a fact that this cub is somewhere nearby because we tracked her and the cub close to the spot this morning, but she's just changed direction now. Seems like she's just to the left of that the white trunk of that tree there, so, but I doubt we're going to be able to get... Oh, you can see a little bit of movement there. And there goes her little tail. Huh. Let's see if we can... Ooh. Yeah, this is not looking promising. There's a kind of impenetrably thick knobthorn grove here. So... can we do a little bit of a loop around? Possibly. We just try and turn the vehicle around first. Or can we squeeze through there? Maybe we can squeeze through here. We may just be able to squeeze through without any issues. And while we try and negotiate this thick area, we're going to send you back to Noel, who's found some elephants. Well, what next? An albino elephant. How bizarre. Well done, Noel. And we somehow managed to negotiate our way through a very thick tangle of knobthorn trees without getting too many punctures. And even though I'm very confident she's quite close to the cub, she's still quite insistent on trying to find a meal. And Seben, I think that she's investigating kind of small bushes for any sign of scrub hares, kind of a little takeaway on the way home. You can see she's moving very delicately, very quietly. And the last tracks that we had of both her and her cub were probably, I would say 50 meters from here this morning, so not far away at all. Now, of course, we have no idea where the last tracks actually were of them. Those were just the last tracks that we saw, but I'm confident that this cub is going to poke its head out at any stage. It will wait for a call, though, so she'll, I'm almost certain, let out a call, and we should be able to either see or hear that, or hopefully both. And then we'll get to see her little bundle of joy come charging out of the bushes at her. Who knows how long it's been all alone. Let me reposition quickly. Now it looks like Thandi's heading down towards this little drainage. So, a little bit of luck, that's where the cub's going to be. This area's got quite a network of small little riverbeds, perfect places to stash a baby leopard. Just gonna stop here. She disappeared under that fallen down. Oh no, there she is in front of us again. Come on, call out your little cub. Not sure if I was imagining things, if I heard a call, or if I saw her mouth opening there. Let's look closely now. Let out one more call for us. It'll be tricky to see when she's facing that way, but we'll see her whiskers move. Yeah. This little cub's going to come running out at any second. I'm almost 99%. Oh, yeah, there we go. She's calling the little cub. How cool is this? She's definitely going to come running out. And hopefully she's going to jump onto that log. Now, one thing that I'm not 100% certain of, but that is a possible reality. Maybe she's heard the cub responding now, that's why she's not too concerned. You can see her calling again. And copy, thanks, Orbs. Aubrey just got a hold of him on the radio. I think he's got a view of the cub. And I'm surprised this little cub hasn't come charging straight to Mom for two reasons. It should be hungry and also a little bit lonely. Let me just reposition quickly because we're not in the best spot as and when the cub does decide to come into the scene. Okay, magic. Let's wake here. And like I said, I just can't believe that this cub hasn't come out yet. There she's calling again. Maybe the cub's been in a deep coma, snoozing all day. It's just going to be a matter of minutes before the cub comes out now. Unless, of course, something's happened to it, but I doubt it. I'm fairly confident Mom can hear the cub's responses, and the cub is just taking its time. The other day when we were sitting with Thandi, when she had... Oh, she's heard something. You can see her attention has changed greatly. Is this the cub? Oh, here it comes from the left. Yeah. Look at this. How awesome. Where have you been all day, Mom? And why can't I smell any blood on your mouth? And straight for the nipples for a bit of nursing and a bit of milk. How awesome is this, everyone? And very happy that Herbie's wonderful tracking skills led us to this very, very position this morning. We were walking along this very riverbed. Who knows, the cub was probably keeping a beady eye on us as we searched for them, but Mom had probably already moved off by the time we had got here. And what a special moment. Oh, it looks like the cub's managed to find what it's looking for now. Mom's going to do some grooming of the cub while the cub has a drink of tasty milk. I really would love to know how long Thandi's been away. Could be as much as 12 hours, I'm guessing, with ease. And who knows how long she's going to spend here before she heads out again in search of another meal. It may just be an hour or two, resting, relaxing, letting the cub nurse before she heads out under cover of darkness, in the hope that she will be able to get her and her cub their next meal. As you can see, the cub is clearly drinking milk, but it has got to the stage of eating milk as well. First Lady, you've mentioned what an amazing scene to end the safari, and yes, I couldn't agree more. So we shall end the safari right here and right now, because we've got a little bit to do on the way home, and we just wanted to make sure that we knew exactly where Mom was stashing the little cub for the time being, and we've established that, so that's great news. And of course we did get to see them reunite, which was absolutely beautiful. Well, thankfully, it's not the end of the safaris. They will continue, and be sure to tune into the action tomorrow morning if you would like to see more scenes like this.